welcome. Thank you for watching. We're on the road, and we're almost in Maine. We're in New Hampshire right now. As soon as we go over this bridge, we will be in Maine. This is the Piscataqua River Bridge, and there was an incident on this bridge this morning, and it was shut down. I'm not sure what it was all about, but so we couldn't have even gone earlier because this is the way in. We're in Maine, and the truck is ready to go. We've done all our maintenance on it. This is the first trip for it, and we packed it full with everything in the house, and we're on the way to our camp up in Maine. And we've got a great, this is the first day. We're going to be here for a week. We're going to try to get to some new locations and find a lot of gold and meet some people and have a lot of fun. It's exciting to get back out because not that long ago we didn't even have a truck and couldn't even go anywhere. So let's go. We're here. We made it. We're at the camp. Nothing is set up. And the truck rode beautifully. And we want to thank everyone who helped us and donated to help us get another vehicle, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those people. And no one would be seeing this. But you made it possible so that we can get back up here and keep the show on the road here. Now, we've got to get unpacked and get that tent up. It's 7 o'clock, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's after 7.
After 7. It took us a little longer. We weren't in any rush, but...
we will be now.
We are now, because we want to get this set up, and we've got to get dinner cooking before midnight. Here we go. Gotta take good care of this so we don't break another carafe.
Felt this break already. Way past dinner time.
We're getting there. It's all staked down. And I wanted to mention, Flower Gold Wizard sent me something a while ago, and it's been priceless. And that's this kangaroo scrotum that I use on the end of my pole here. See? And that keeps it from ripping through the top of my tent like it did once before when I pushed it in too hard. So thank you.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Starting to get pretty dark out now. Maybe that would help the situation. Yeah, I'll have to do. It's not right because usually there's a space between the runner and the... We ended up coming up, like we were saying, much later than expected because we were waiting for that food to come in from Lilac Hedge Farms. We were told it was coming. It was a gift, and we wanted to bring it with us for this trip. And the beauty of it, from what I was reading, is that it's all grass-fed, pasture-raised meats right there in Rutland, Mass. It's kind of nice to know where your food is coming from. When you buy it in the big stores, in the supermarkets, you have no idea where it's actually coming from, or what it's been fed, or how the animals have been taken care of. And these people out in Rutland, they do it all themselves, and the owner is the farmer, and he works there with his family and a bunch of close friends, and it looks like a pretty quality place, so we're excited to try the meats. Supply of beeswax fire starters I made this morning. Getting through the trip. It's been a while since I've made them.
This shouldn't be so difficult. The stove because it's supposed to get down to 40 degrees tonight. 45.
It's already getting cool enough for a sweatshirt. I don't know about you, but I'm starving. It's a little more difficult working in the dark, but not too bad with these headlamps. I think one time, a couple of years ago, we did take down at night. We heard there was some big rainstorms coming. We were leaving the next morning anyway, so instead of letting everything get soaking wet, we said, nah, let's just take it down tonight and save ourselves a lot of hassle.
We generally arrive sooner than this, but we decided at the last minute, yeah, we're going to go today.
I think the bees already had it today. Too much honey, I guess. Yeah, it's a little messy, but it's coming together. A little bit at a time here. Stoves in.
Well, we're almost there. We just got to set up the time machine. We may set up the screen house too. Hippie B is sleeping. I'm going to wake him up and get a weather report. I was sleeping. It's too late. This is too late for a bee. Hey, all you groovy dudes and you slap happy hippies. I'm Hippie B, and it's late, and they're still working over there. In the dark. Very silly. And when we got here, let me give you the weather first. Let me give you the weather. I don't see nothing. But it's clear I see some stars over there. And there's no moon, and it's about maybe 59 degrees. Gonna get cold tonight. Down to 45. Get that stove going over there. Now, when we got here, there was a line of rabbits over there walking backwards. Yeah, it was a receding hairline. Receding hairline, baby. Thank you, Hippie. I'm not starting a fire yet. We gotta set up the time machine.
I never noticed on the front of that cover it says, "Let's go."
It says, let's go somewhere.
That's great. That's why it's the time machine. Takes you back a few pounds later.
Poof. It's like magic.
Yeah. It's all I can think of is Doctor Who. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah. That's good right there.
Yeah. There it is.
Now, it's important that you stake down the time machine, because if you're in the time machine and a wind comes, you don't know where you might end up.
Another planet, another country.
It could be a real bad place. Okay.
There it is. Just got to put the throne in it that's made for a king. It's real fancy. We go all out.
We got this beeswax fire starter that Tom made.
It's actually getting kind of chilly out already. It's probably, I'd say, mid-50s.
Yeah, let me get a beverage and let's see.
Setting up a line to hang some lights so we can see what we're doing to make dinner. That fire went up pretty good over there, pretty quick. I'd say the beeswax fire starters work pretty good.
We got a light up over the table. That helps, see? What you got there?
This is homemade almond butter. I make it myself. And I love almond butter. And I was just looking for something to grab because I'm starving.
Almond butter, huh? He makes his own. And he's having that, but I'm gonna have some meat from Lilac Farms real soon. I got some nice fresh corn from Farmer Dave in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Farmer Dave, all local. I try to support locals as much as I can. They support us, we support them. Okay, corn is on. Now let me find some meat. I'm, whoops, hitting the garlic here so I can get the shells off, see?
We've switched to fresh spices, so we brought our own fresh garlic and fresh ginger. We really upped our food game this trip.
Well, we realized that the garlic that is in the paste, that tube, has sugar in it.
And we were using, we'd use a half a tube of each in our meals, so the whole thing was filled with sugar.
I thought it was just garlic.
I knew it wasn't that strong for that amount of paste we were using. I was thinking, there's something else in this.
So we've got this, a garlic press. I'm gonna press it right in there.
Ooh, I can smell that garlic.
I got a touch of avocado oil that we're going to put in there too. And later on tonight, I've got a story for you. There's a bedtime story. I used to do that all the time, but I'm going to treat you with a story tonight that I remembered. I've got a couple of them, but tonight you're only getting one. Tomorrow night, maybe another.
If you're lucky.
And we've got our new little TV we want to show you. We haven't used it yet. A little avocado oil, just a little splash like that. Just to help things along, right? Now here, these pork chops are from the Lilac Hedge Farms. Let me show you their logo. You can see it. These are smoked, uncured pork chops. And that's what we're going to do here.
They're smoked, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they're big, thick. I've never had a pork chop that thick. Look at it. And we're going to mix it in there in the garlic.
I'm excited to try this. I've always only eaten the big chain meats from the supermarkets and stuff, so having something that's grown right down the street from us and pasture fed is going to be interesting. It's a nice sink you got.
Doesn't it feel good to be back up here, cooking over the campfire? It does, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Oh, I got my light on. Am I blinding you? Is that better?
No, that one's not that bright.
We got some nice corn going there. Look at that. And look at these pork chops. We're going to flip them.
Oh, those are nice and thick.
Look at that. We're going to spin them around in the garlic and onions. And avocado oil that's in there. And we're going to keep them going. They're looking good. Pork chops are cooked. I think we maybe singed the garlic a little.
Yeah, the onions look like they're done.
Well, you know, you get to talking around the fire and things don't heat evenly. But those look good.
They look great.
And we got corn right here. Like that. And that's what we're doing. Corn and that smoked barbecued pork chop. I'm going to tell you how that is. What do you got for a shirt today? I didn't show anybody your shirt. Oh, that's that groovy one. Let's see.
That's a sweatshirt. Underneath, I have a nice Christmas shirt.
Oh, look at that. The cat with the pizza. Oh, nobody saw that. It was hidden.
Well, they just saw it.
Secret. It's behind the scenes, in front of the scenes.
It's like 10:30 at night.
Yeah, I don't know. What time is it? Let me check. 9:44. So that's not too bad.
Mine was a guess.
It felt like 10:30, but we're only 45 minutes off.
I got this everything bagel seasoning too. I'm going to give it a little
Sprinkle, a little butter on the corn.
That would be really good on the corn too, huh?
I want to try these pork chops. I can see you were already eating. What do you think?
I haven't tried it yet.
No?
No. Mmm. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Now these were smoked pork chops. So they have it's not a heavy smoke, it's a nice smoke.
I really don't taste the smoke part of it, but
No, it's nice.
all that burnt garlic and burnt onions really penetrated. This is actually one of the best pork chops I think I've ever tasted right here.
Yeah, that's what he said. You hear that? Wow. That's a good pork chop. Even though we burnt some garlic on it. Still good. Yeah.
I'm not overly hungry now because I've been picking all night at snacks because it's late. But that's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
That was a 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs. Way up. Now, don't go away. Because we got a story. Plus, we got to show you this new Camp TV. Well, That's what we're calling it. And we'll be back. Here we are, next to the fire. And those pork chops, I'll tell you, there was one thing wrong, and there wasn't enough.
Yeah.
We could have used about 4 more because no, they were thick. They were big pork chops, but they were delicious. But now's the time. We're gonna show you the our camp TV after the story. But it's time for the story. At the end of the day, we're around the fire. I don't think you know what he doesn't know.
I don't even know what the story is.
He doesn't know what the story is. This is just my thing here. And I might have talked to him a while ago, but the circus is in town. Back in Burlington, there's some type of circus going around. And
Burlington, Massachusetts?
Burlington, Massachusetts. I think it's like this week or next week at the Burlington Mall, there's going to be a circus there. And it just brought back memories of a time when I went to the circus when I was young. This was, well, I was probably 10 years old or so. And I went, and you'll know why I remember it when you hear the story. I mean, here's the story.
Is this the one about the llama with the candy apple stuck to its behind?
No. That's another story about the carnival, the llama with the candy apple. That's another time.
Okay.
This is a story. We went to the circus. My mother and father took me to the circus. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus in the Boston Garden. You know, and it was a big thing when you're 10 years old and you take the train into downtown and all the big buildings. And I used to love the city when I was back then, not so much now. But
I love the circus.
The circus, you know, and they'd be out there and you'd get that big program, the big book, the program with all the pictures of all the acts, and you'd bring that thing to school the next day and show them, see what I got? You didn't go and I did.
Remember the motorcycles that would get inside the big ball and go around?
Yeah, all that stuff.
I love that.
But this story, I don't remember much of the circus because there was one thing that happened during the circus that I'm going to tell you about. And that's what I remember. I don't remember nothing else. Maybe the program, because I brought it to school and said, see? But we're at the circus, and we're sitting in the Boston Garden, the old Boston Garden, the one that shook when people got excited in there. And we were up a little ways, so there was a guy on a high wire. And they had a wire stretched up from poles, and he was a little bit above eye level, but it was way up off the ground, maybe 30 feet. I'm guessing it was quite a ways up. 20. Either way, it was a ways, and there was no net. All right. And this guy's coming out on the wire, and he's got his big pole there, and he's coming out, and he's walking across the wire. And I'm a 10-year-old kid, and I said, this is amazing, and there's no net. I mean, the trapeze people used the net, but this high wire guy's got no net. Instead of the net, they didn't want to get the net. Skip the net. Instead, they had a clown. Well, a guy dressed as a clown, standing underneath him, like he's going to catch him if he falls. And as a 10-year-old kid, I knew there's something wrong here. Because if he falls, that clown ain't going to catch him. And to our horror, he got out to the middle and did some trick where he put the pole down and was going to, do a dance or something. And he fell. He slipped, and he tried to grab himself on the wire, but he fell. And he came down, and he crashed onto the clown and wiped the clown out. I mean, the clown tried to catch him, and he's out there. And the guy that landed on him, the high wire guy, he was hurt too. And they're both just like sprawled out
Is that a happy story?
Well, I read the next day in the paper, and they told me that they didn't die or nothing, just minor injuries. The clown, he didn't stand a chance. I mean, and the guy up on the wire, you gotta be brave to think that that clown down here is gonna catch you if you fall. And he didn't. He didn't. The clown, I think the clown took it worse. I think just standing under the guy coming down. And the pole was on the wire too. He had it like balanced and the pole came down and landed on him too. That I remember. The lions getting beaten, whipped, I don't remember none of that stuff. And the elephants. But I heard that's what they did. But the high wire act, I remembered that. Now that's a story that is from at least 50 years ago, and I never forgot it.
And they no longer have circuses anymore, huh?
Well, not those kind. Now, I forgot to tell you about this clown, because he was somewhat hurt, because they had to actually help him out because he was limping. He was actually hurt. He must have hurt his leg or something. And he had to... A clown isn't as funny when he's limping, let me tell you that. And he had this painted on smile, but I don't think he was really smiling at the time. I remember it vividly. We're inside, and I don't know what the temperature is. I don't have the thermometer set up yet, but it's chilly. Right?
Probably about 50 degrees, and the low's supposed to be 45 tonight, so.
So we've got one of Tom's homemade beeswax fire starters, and we're gonna start with that. People have asked to buy them, but we don't sell them because it's just our own little thing that we do with extra beeswax left over. We're gonna try that, see how that goes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where's the string? Is it still in the pipe?
What string?
The string that holds the... It's still in the pipe. I gotta take that out.
It's in the pipe?
Get that out.
Well, we got to start all over again. The strings that hold the pipe down, he thinks are still inside the pipes.
Yeah. I want to make sure they're not, because I don't know where they are. Shine the light in the oven.
In the oven?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're not in there. Yeah.
They're in there?
They're somewhere.
The strings to tie the pipe down are still inside the pipe. That would have made a nice mess.
I knew, because there was no draft. It was, something was fishy. Well, up she goes.
Let's try that again. Where's the fire starter? Did you throw it outside?
I threw it outside. It's still going. You can see it burning out there.
Oh. Well, just when you thought you've seen it all at the circus,
Let me get my fire started.
there's another act.
The mat's burning out there. Look at
Oh,
that.
the mat's on fire.
Mike, welcome, Matt. Burn it. I burnt it.
Oh.
Okay.
Another day at the circus.
Here we are, inside the tent, in the dark. Let me flip you around here. There, I flipped you around, but you can still see me. Look at that. It's a double whammy, double screen. And we got a fire going over there. And this is our television I wanted to show you. This is our nice speaker. The speaker's great. And
it's not really television, it's just a little thin, paper thin monitor.
Yes, it folds right down. It folds down to nothing. And
we're just reviewing some old clips that we took of our setup.
Hit the play button.
Parrots, and some of them are Easter bunnies.
See? This was the...
And there's frogs and elephants.
Tom's showing us some of the products that we...
ourselves. This is our beeswax.
Those are some of our candles that we
our
make.
Beeswax lip balms. We make all of those ourselves.
And our lip balms and all that
and
stuff.
But
that's about it for this episode. You can see the fire's going good over there. You might not be able to see it too well in that camera lens, but it's going good. It's starting to warm up in here. And these names you see going up the screen here, they are special people. It's them that help us to continue doing this every week and come out here and show you our adventures and stay out on the road living in this tent. Coming up with these great stories of clowns getting injured. I laugh every time I think of it, but poor guy. And if you can't get enough of us, you can hit that join button and become a member, and you'll be one of these people on the screen. And they get access to behind-the-scenes videos and things like that. Special videos just for them. And you can also support us by going to the hippie.com. Get yourself some honey, beehive products, anything from them. There's prospecting equipment there, all that stuff. Anything else?
No, I think you said it all again.
So here we are. We're here. We're starting that first trip. This is the first night. And we'll see you next week. And we'll go out and find some gold. Peace.
Peace.